Oh, yes, indeedy.
I got high.
Yeah. Welcome to the weekend. Where's the applause? Oh, God, about lost a lung on that one. Did you know it's 10:14? 10:14 if you're on the highway means you're not a trucker. So if you're out there on the road enjoying this podcast, give them a big 10:14. Come on back. 10:14. Let's do this. Let's get into it. How was it your week? I'm sure you suffered some dumb bullshit. We're gonna wash that off. We're gonna have a couple drinks. Pour you one. Oh. We're gonna smoke and choke.
I got high.
Right now we're gonna bring producer Mike in, cause he's the one who is driving the Zooms. Producer Mike.
Good afternoon, Steve. Jessup.
Hey man, if you do this, like if you're on a date, does that mean you're farting?
That means you have crabs, my friend.
I don't want crap. Look, there he is.
Yeah, here I am.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I wanna point something out though, Steve.
Mike, can I just say,
Go ahead, you go first. Yeah.
how did this happen? It's already October. I was just looking back at the calendar, and I think we started doing these live broadcasts. I don't know if you were on board from the very first show, but I found something that said August of last year.
That sounds about right. Late August.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was an episode back there that got kind of scary, if you remember. Remember that?
What was the scary episode?
We had we got an onslaught from.
Oh yeah, man, there was
about 50 people came in. Yeah,
that was before you were the Zoom expert that you are now. Because
Skype I had down pat.
Yeah.
Zoom not so much.
Yep. Yeah, I mean you didn't. We were learning. That was the beginning, and then I remember that the doors flew open on the Zoom. We had no control, and then we just started getting assaulted from all over the world.
And they said some very mean things to both of us.
Mostly you. They loved me. You're.
Yeah. They might not have said anything about you. Actually, I think it might have been all me.
Yeah,
well, you know what?
I believe
like,
suck dicks in hell.
Yeah. Oh, it was worse than that. They were worse than that.
Hey, producer Mike.
Douchebag.
Yeah, stuff like that. Hey, producer Mike.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Stuff like that. Actually, there were words used that would have demonetized that video immediately.
Oh, yeah. See,
so we got to be careful.
Let me shout out, since we're talking about this, Sober D's in the house. Yeah, the Sober D's had pulled me aside and said, we need to figure out how to make money off of these videos, Steve.
I know.
And I didn't know that was important. I just thought as long as we got together, drank, smoked, laughed, and had a good time, everybody was good. But then they were like, but how do we pay for our presence here?
Yeah, right? I mean, Hamilton Devices is only going to do that one time, right? Now we got to buy our own shit. So we got to get our point.
Yeah, they made a good point, and so they said all your videos are demonetized.
It sucks.
Because of the heavy partying that you do. And so now we're toning it down for the YouTube, the Sober D's. I've got my beverages in my Cops Ruin Your Buzz tumbler.
That is a sweet tumbler. That's new. I've never seen that before.
It's actually keeping my beverages colder. I'm drinking what Buckland drinks today, a little PBR.
Good
now,
times.
I did read on the news. I'm going to have to check Buckland on this. Did I miss that the PBRs are owned by a Russian company?
Russian? I thought Pabst.
What?
That's possible. If I were to guess, I thought Pabst was a
Well, the Sober D's are
South American. Like the South Americans bought up a lot of
they're
stuff. Didn't they?
freaking out, producer Mike. They're going like this.
I mean, but you're only buying a recipe.
I know, but they're going like, because I said Russian. I'm not allowed to say Russian right now.
Is that banned too?
I don't know what you can say and what you can't.
I'm looking around like there's like I have.
You don't have.
I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Well, during the pandy, you couldn't talk about you couldn't say medical stuff. They'd shut you right the fuck down.
I think you can't still. I think there's still people freaking out about that. Yeah.
Oh, well, we're learning, Sober D's.
That's right.
Why don't you guys
Suck dicks and help.
right on back at you? Hey, it's Friday and we're live as usual. If you want to be on the show, it's real simple. All you do is go down to the description. We've got the Zoom link that'll hook you right in to producer Mike. He'll screen you, make sure you're not a terrorist.
Yeah.
Can we say that? Can we say terrorists?
I think we can probably say terrorists. Is ISIS still a thing? Can we say ISIS? We said it last week, and I guess we were okay. So.
All right. I don't know if this is as fun when you guys start adding rules.
You know what? When we bring the Zoomers in, we can start asking them what's appropriate or not. But I do have a story for you. I actually going to start with a trivia question. Would you like a trivia question?
Producer Mike, why do I have to care what's appropriate? I'm in my own damn house.
Yeah, but we got to stay monetized.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I just learned what that meant. I didn't even know that was a word. I used to date a girl named Monetize.
If you screamed the F word at her, did she like run a scurry and run away?
Man, she was expensive. I'll tell you that. She was costly.
Yep.
I met her out where you're at in Vegas.
High maintenance.
High maintenance. That is going to be the name of my boat when all the money starts coming in.
I'm telling you. Once these videos, right? Tell all your friends. Let's get 1 million views and get Steve a boat.
Can we make that a goal? I mean, even if it's like a 14-foot John boat with a 30 horsepower fishing motor on it, I'm going to paint high maintenance on the side of it. And then when people ask me who's that named after, I'm going to be like, oh, my exes. Every damn one of them.
Especially that bitch Monetize.
Monetize. Yeah, all right.
I got high.
Who do we have on deck, Producer Mike?
Well, I have a trivia question on deck for you, Steve. Are you ready?
Go.
All you have to do is tell me who this dude is. Who is this dude?
So, it looks like is that like a logo on a bottle or something?
That is exactly what it is. Do you know what company or logo that is
I feel like I've seen that when I'm eating steak or something like that.
Well, that's quite possible. This particular logo was in the news this week, too.
Oh, okay. What do we got going on? We got a cowboy. Let me just see if I can figure out why it was in the news.
Okay.
Before you really break it out. Can you bring that?
Yep.
Now, is that all of it?
That's all of it that came into Zoom, yeah.
Okay, but I mean, that was in the news. I should be able to tell what was controversial right here?
Sort of.
Okay,
sort of.
I see handcuffs. And then, because it looks like he's facing away from us.
Well, I think he's facing towards us because I think that hole right there is his mouth, which means this would be his D? I don't know.
No. See, that's his back. Okay, because he's got because the way his gun handles.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, this looks like his mouth. Yeah,
okay, and then those are handcuffs in the back, and then his whipping, and then he's got his head turned to the side like a badass, and his scarf's going in the wind.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's got those cooking gloves on. I don't know what that's about. I mean, it's like he's about to take a pot pie out of the oven.
That's a good hint. That is a good hint. Those gloves was a good call on your part.
Okay, so people were upset that he is making pot pies.
Well, Steve, this is Texas Pete.
Texas Pete.
Texas Pete is a hot sauce. It's a hot sauce. Yep. And the Texas Pete folks, if I remember correctly, they're made in North Carolina.
Gonna make me come.
Yeah, the North Carolina hot sauce. So Texas Pete's getting sued because someone bought the Texas Pete product thinking it was from Texas and was upset when they found out it was not from Texas. So that now
What do you mean? I mean, maybe it started in Texas and then they got, a cheaper group of minority labor in North Carolina to make it.
I hear you. I wish I had the time because I just heard about this story a little while ago. I would have ran over and bought some to see if it's printed on the bottle, a product of North Carolina. Because if that's on the bottle, I don't think there's much of a lawsuit here.
Okay. Well, here's my opinion. Who gives a rat's dick?
Who gives a shit? Let's go to the Zooms.
I got high.
All right. Let's see.
Why do people get so worked up?
I know. Everyone it's a litigious society.
I mean, do these dum-dums know that we're 4 inches from world destruction war with the Russians? Do they understand?
I know.
I mean, I'm getting a big thing from the...
Hang on.
I'm
yeah.
not supposed
You're
to
getting
bring up
this.
the Russians.
Oh, the Russians.
I didn't... The R's. The R's.
Well, here's our Russian hacker, Wheelchair Rick, Steve.
Wheelchair Rick in the house.
Yeehaw! Yeah.
Woohoo!
What's up, fellas?
Wheelchair Rick isn't a dick.
Oh,
Wheelchair Rick got stuck on a stick, had to go back home. Wheelchair Rick.
Watch out.
Wheelchair Rick. What the fuck? Wheelchair Rick. All right. That was a new tribute.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but my writer's block is over. I mean, I'm a songwriter. A lot of people don't know that's why I moved to Nashville.
It's freaking flowing, man.
And lately, they've been just coming right out like I'm milking country music, baby Jesus. From my music titties.
From the bosom of the music boobies.
Yeah, man, I just get it. I get country music out and I just feed. Suck on my genius. That's another song that's going to be on my next album. It's called Suck on My Genius.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
That's a moneymaker right there. Checks will start rolling in no time. What's happening, bud?
Success. Just about to top off my Cops Ruin Your Buzz tumbler. That's
it looks good. Looks nice.
Yeah, let me just show everybody.
Yeah, show them that beautiful piece of...
It's good to have when you do get pulled over with a beverage. You can just hold this right up to their face. Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. I'm going to have to get me one of those.
Yeah, you see how you're ruining everything, officer?
Speaking
just
of tumblers,
raining down on everybody's joy.
Got me a tumbler, too.
Yeah.
My old lady made this for me. It's special. Means something to me.
Tumblers are fun. The sober days are all about all this figuring out how to make, so I don't go broke. I guess.
I've noticed
maybe
a lot more people monetized. Yeah, you got to keep the money rolling.
Maybe they want to make money. I mean, like I told producer Mike, I just thought we were having fun.
Right. Man, I don't know what the hell the temperature is down there where you're at, Steve, but it's fucking cold up here right now in Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I got 2 space heaters in this sumbitch going right now. I should have left them run for about an hour because it's a little bit chilly.
Oh man, you don't have like any kind of other than the kind of stuff you plug in?
No, because when we literally moved here in April, and when we moved here, this was all just sticks. You know what I'm saying? Just 2x4s. So like I had to come in and put all the insulation and put the beadboard and all that stuff, but we didn't have time to build like I'd like to get a pellet burner.
That's what I was going to say.
Stove.
Pellet stove would be good. That'd be a good setup, man, because those, man, they heat that up quick.
Yeah. Yeah. But if I do that, then I'm not only going to get something to heat this up, but I also want to heat up the main house. What's the point of spending all that money on that if you ain't going to put it in the main house? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where my dilemma's at.
One of my friends tell me the other day I should get that big that thing we hook up to the propane and it makes but that'll kill you if you have it all locked up. You got to have open air for that.
Yeah, I remember being in plenty of car shops back in the day doing some dirty dealings. When you almost fall out, you stay in there for too long.
Yeah,
you don't
man,
got the correct ventilation.
The hell, that's right. There's videos and there's stories of dudes working on their cars. They had the garage door closed too much, not enough fresh air coming in. Yep. They just passed out under the car. Nobody knew they were gone.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got to be careful with that kind of, so don't. Because I was surprised that my dumbass friend didn't even know. He's like, hey, Steve, you ought to put one. I'm like, what? I won't. I'm kind of digging life right now.
Right.
Don't stick around.
Yeah, and the thing is like my two, because I got a fireplace heater, you know, one that's actually got like it's like a digital fireplace, but it actually pushes out just electric heat. That by itself, if I turn it on and I leave for an hour or so and I come back, it'll actually be nice in here. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it'll actually warm up a little bit more the more I'm in here. But I don't even want to know what our electric bill's got to be. That thing's got to be high.
What about, do they
Speaking of high,
make something that like a heated pad for your chair that you could just have heat all the time?
See, that's something that I could do, but the bad thing about that is because I can't feel below like my chest line.
It's wasted.
I got to worry about getting fucking pressure sores, man. You know what I mean? Because I can't feel it.
What? Pressure sore?
Pressure sore. Yeah. So a pressure sore is like
I had one of those.
You don't want to know. You haven't seen.
I had one on my tip.
I've seen. Did you really? A pressure sore?
When I was like 10 from rubbing jean to jean with a young lady.
I mean, I'm not sure we're talking about the same type of sore, but
it's like when you first start dry humping, you're not, you don't know what you're doing. You're just going jean to jean. And there's a lot of
and you wear
pressure sores on the tip of your wing.
Yeah. I think you're talking more like a rug burn, though, right?
Yeah, kind of like a rug burn. Go. What are you talking about?
Imagine this. So I actually had a small one, and people get them real bad.
You got a small one?
You don't want to fucking see. Sorry. I had a small pressure
Producer
sore.
Mike, we did not need to know that, but he has a small one.
He does. He admitted it. Yep,
imagine you can't feel your back. You lay down on something, right? And it's got like a little button or something in it, and it presses into your skin. If you let that go for too long, it'll eat through your skin, eat through your muscle, all the way into your bone.
What?
And there's no way to heal it. Unless you go to like the hospital and they fucking do the special. Oh, dude, it's
so
horrible.
It's pressure on your body that you can't feel.
Are you talking about like alien stuff that eats through?
Or something, yeah.
So you can take a punch.
I mean, I could probably. I thought I broke a couple bones one time, and I was sitting here like, I'm pretty sure my foot's broken and I can't feel it. But then I had to have somebody feel around on it. Like, nah, man, everything feels good. I don't hear nothing clicking or nothing in there. It sounds all right.
Wheelchair Rick, can we go back to the eating through your body part?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Hey, tell the sober dicks to pull up one if they can. I'll tell you what, if you look at a picture of a bad pressure sore, dude, you'll never think about them ever again.
You don't
want
to see that, Producer Mike. Don't pull that up.
Don't pull that up on YouTube because you definitely get a straight value of that shit.
I absolutely will not bring it up, Steve.
I don't want to see that.
No, but what it does is because...
Wait. God dang it. I'm freaking out. Wheelchair Rick.
All right.
Wheelchair Rick, who is eating the flesh? You said something's eating it. Like it's an alien or a bug. What is it?
When you get the pressure, there's no blood. The blood flow can't go through it, right?
So
Can't go through
who's
your
eating?
muscle. It's the see right there, like that, Steve. That's a fucking right there. Oh, fucking big! I can't look at it.
Oh, my computer's going into an automatic update. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't do the next one. I'm sure that's a bad one too. That looks like it's on the bottom of a foot. See, now that's what happens if you don't wear boots or protective footing. Oh, that's horrible.
I had to go to my safe place.
You see what I mean? This shit is nothing to play with.
All right, I feel. Oh man, I gotta regroup.
Yeah, that one will take a little bit out of you.
What?
I mean, but
the
and
hell?
they get worse. They get worse. They go deep, and when they go deeper than that, then it's like you gotta cut the whole foot off.
How come that don't happen to your butthole?
Some people it does happen right to their butt, right on their cheek, and it'll eat straight through your butthole. Then you got to chop your whole half your body off, and you got to fucking carry around your fucking bottom half with no legs anymore. Sometimes no stomach. Yeah.
This is an upsetting. Oh!
Another one, son of a bitch, producing mine.
Oh man, why did I have to bring that up? Oh God, never again. Oh man, here I am thinking, let's take a shot of some fucking. So what is this? Ezra Brooks bourbon whiskey. Now it's about to all come back up. Oh. Well, that was an interesting ride down Grove Street.
Can we?
I'm gonna do a background that I'm gonna take that last one. I'm gonna put it on Raylan's stomach.
Oh man.
Let's change.
Good idea.
Yeah. Yep.
Poor Steve.
Yep.
I got nothing to take a shot of.
But yeah, so anyway, I got a little bitty one of those, like very small. If we caught it in time, because I had a heating pad that was on the back
It
of
was
me.
more
that
fun
I
when we
slept
were
on all
talking
night.
about your little tiny dick.
My tiny one.
Oh god.
I thought you were trying to get monetized, Steve. You can say all that still. Might as well. We just showed the bottomless pit of hell of pressure source.
Oh my god. Let's, Wheelchair Rick, I just feel like we were having fun and it got weird. We're just gonna, you just think about
That's
it.
fine. Go ahead.
Try
Yep.
and figure out how to warm up your sores. We'll be back. We're gonna check in.
We got Keith, and
with
Keith hasn't gotten around to taking his sleeves off yet, Steve.
No.
Look at this, Keith. We are matching.
There, man. Yeah, that was
We're matching fellas today.
yesterday.
Man, what is going on in your world, Keith? I'm sorry if you had to see any of that just happened.
It's all right. I got a strong stomach.
I don't. I'm still a little bit turned.
Well, that was hard to look at. That's for sure.
Keith, what are you getting into this weekend? It's Friday. We're free. What was up? Let's start before you tell me about your titty field weekend. Why don't you tell me about what was the low of your week? What was the worst thing that you're trying to forget?
Working in the rain.
Working in the rain. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, I like to ask this. It sounds like a sad question, but it really is a perspective question. Because working in the rain,
Well, pouring concrete in the rain, working in the rain.
that's not the worst thing. I mean,
it's not
just like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I mean, if you don't wake up obliterated from nuclear war from Russia, pretty good day.
Pretty good day. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no one's talking about it that much. I don't really think they want us to be talking about it, but we're basically having a war with Russia right now via Ukraine.
Well, U.S. did spend what 290 million on radiation drugs, so they got those in stock at least.
And secretly and quietly, one of my buddies I was trying to get on the podcast lives in New York, and he says in New York City they're running, here's what you do in case of a nuclear war.
Right, up and coming.
Yeah, go inside.
As quickly as possible.
Go inside.
As quickly as possible.
Yeah. So I'll back to your day. Now working in the rain because it's cold. That's probably because rain
It's
and
not
cold
so bad.
is a bitch.
It's about 60. Been about 65, 70. Yeah. It's not bad.
Oh man, I don't mind a little rain. I don't mind it. You know what's good is that movie where that dude rags that girl out on the hood of a car in the rain. What's that? And he's like 60 and she's like 20. What was that movie?
I don't know.
Producer Mike, what am I talking about? Where's like
Father Fantasies 5?
No, it was a big movie. It was like Richard Gere and like Alyssa Milano. I think she's on the hood of a car. See if that's right.
All right, I'll see if I can.
And
find
it's
that.
in the rain. That's why I bring it up for Keith, because that's a good thing to get caught in the rain doing.
Right,
Sticking your
wet
penis
titties
in
are always a good thing.
something.
Wet titties are always good.
Yeah, wet.
Mhm.
Wet titties. That's another one. Write that down, Sober Dicks. We're going to write that song.
Wet titties
Ain't nothing like wet titties. Itty bitties. Wet titties. All right. I'm
Found
going
it.
to have to work on what it is. Oh, my God.
I am smoking some of my new
Mike,
weed.
I don't know if I can do this the whole show.
I think.
I mean, you know, I really did vomit in my mouth.
Sorry. Okay, I'm still looking.
Okay.
This is from that plant I took down last week.
That is a well-rolled
Very tasty.
joint, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you in Canada?
Yep, still here.
Yeah, that's right.
Southern Ontario. Well, I'm close to the border, New York border.
Yeah. Well, Keith, it has been good hanging with you in Canada.
Pleasure.
Oh, Canada. Today, what was the highlight of your week before we leave?
Friday.
Fuck
Yeah.
Friday.
Give it up for Keith. Coming to us live from a mysterious location, our favorite new regular.
Yeah. Oops. I actually.
This guy is subterranean, y'all.
We talked about this guy last week. Remember, Steve? It's not crawl spaced. It's
Crawl space.
It's crawl faced.
Crawl
It looks
face.
like. So we screwed that up.
Crawl space.
It's
We're
when you
here from the crawl space with crawl face.
Woo!
get shit faced in the crawl space.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And so the I wanted to say something about the Texas Pete thing. That shit comes from Denver, North Carolina. And it always
Denver. Are there a lot of homosexuals in Denver?
not in North Carolina, but I would imagine in Colorado.
Mm. Why do we care about Texas Pete, crossface?
Why do we care? We don't. It's
What?
just an interesting fact.
I know. I mean,
Crossface
but people are getting
might
worked
be-
up about anything they can find to be worked up about. Have you gone looking for things in your world to be worked up about?
I do. I
you
do.
What have you found? Bring it.
Crawlfaced happens to be in North Carolina. Let's just let that be known.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I find annoying? I find annoying things that bother me is when you have a piece that's really dirty.
Holy shit.
Sometimes, like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, just always,
Producer Mike, I'm getting a lot of weird hand gestures from the Soviets.
I think they're jealous.
Oh, they're saying something about Monterey again.
Oh, the
Well,
monetization.
monetizing? Okay,
Oh,
that's
no, that's okay. Go ahead. We're having
go
fun.
ahead.
Bring it back in.
We're 30 minutes
All right.
deep. We should
You know
be all
what?
right.
These silver dicks are ruining everything.
Well, you got to hand it to Crawlface there. Thank you
Oh,
for at
look,
least offering to do
that's
that. That was very nice
crack.
of you.
This is great. We're gonna see.
Putting it in with his fingers. Look at that.
Crawlface is gonna smoke crack.
Not quite hitting so good.
Yeah, I mean it's probably because we disrupted your flow.
more
Go
heat.
ahead, get that thing tossed up. We're gonna just watch. I see that.
Yeah, just take it in, folks.
Yeah.
Take
right.
it all in.
Oh yeah.
A little bit. Here, if that didn't work, we'll
What do we got here?
Bucky's shameless plug.
Crawface, I'm learning more about you. Have safety goggles on or something.
Or just eyeglasses.
Oh, okay. That's high tech.
It-
Oh man,
my-
there's a lot of things coming out.
All right. Do you work for Hamilton Devices? It seems like you have way too much crap.
Wait, no, that's
we're-
something
we're
else. Look at that
Dr.
thing. Look at that thing. That thing's wow.
Oh,
that
that's what I
thing
got,
is-
Steve. That's the Dr. Dabber.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, this guy.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Mm.
So many hits.
Oh, there it is. Oh, he finally broke it out.
Yeah. Yeah, the Starship. That's a healthy hit too, man.
We try, you know. Hold on, I got something else here. We just
Now,
gotta-
how many back to back? I mean, because for people who are just listening to the podcast, our bro Scarface is
Face.
he's on about hit number. Oh shit, he's on about hit number 8. I lost track. Feels like 6, 7, 8. Now he's got a gas mask on.
Jesus Christ.
We're going for the death hit. Oh my God, this is
Here
the
he goes.
best.
Here he
Look at
goes.
this. Oh, strong, brother. Yeah.
Oh, I think we're losing. Atta
Oh yeah, it ain't 10 hits if you don't throw up.
Going out.
boy. Oh, Fred, they lost him. Oh, man.
Fucking legend, Buckland. What is happening? How is Scarface, Subspace, Crawlface? Shit. How is he taking your spot, bro? I mean, you're the icon on this show, and then he comes in and drops hits. What
Serious hits.
just happened, Buckland?
I don't know, but happy fucking Friday.
Got high.
Oh, Buckland.
I don't know either, man. I mean, I was starting to get worried. That man is in another planet right now. I mean, was that a man? Do we even know if that was a man, producer Mike?
No, not yet.
I
Well,
mean,
we
we
shouldn't
don't
assume.
know if that was a human.
We can't assume gender at all for this. No.
I don't even know if he's from here.
He did have a nice rack. I think he did have a nice rack, Owen. But
Oh, you liked it? The
Yeah.
titties?
Well, that's all I
on
could see. I couldn't see his face.
Starface. I'm going to have to write down his name somewhere and put it here because I can't. I mean, I'm a simpler kind of man like my bro Buck here, and I don't know if I had a fancy name like Starface.
Starface is pretty good.
What, CIA face in the house.
Hey, Buckland, you got a nice bottle of Crystal Pete's in front of you. What's up with that?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the damn hot sauce
Okay,
deal.
I want to know this.
All right. The
Buckland,
damn hot.
I'm listening, but I'm going to step off here and grab some weed. Don't tell the sober D's I'm not breaking the rules. But go ahead, continue your story. I want to hear this.
Well, the damn Texas Pete hot sauce ain't made where that last guy was telling it was made.
The ISIS
at.
guy?
It's
The ISIS guy is
made
wrong?
in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And-
So we should ban him from the show?
Well, no, but I don't know. I'll let.
Right.
Jennifer said I just wanted to set the record straight. It's made in Winston-Salem, and it's a shitty hot sauce. And Steve being a Louisiana man, this is probably your commercial best hot sauce that you could ever buy in the world.
Well,
in
I
the
don't
United
use that
States, whatever.
garbage, Buckland. I use Slap Your Mama, which is made in Ville Platte, Louisiana. Hey, Producer Mike?
I can't buy that shit.
Yes, sir.
Producer Mike, can you bring up, so he knows that I'm not making up this, can you bring up Slap Your Mama? Because it was just a small town neighborhood thing. You'd have to drive to Ville Platte, and then as things do, it got bigger and bigger. Now you can buy it in like Piggly Wiggly, I think, and stuff like that. Do you have
Who do you want me to bring up?
Slap Your Mama hot sauce? Damn it!
Oh, the picture you mean?
Yeah, I want Buckland to see it so he can see.
Oh, I gotcha.
Son of a bitch.
I thought you meant Space Face. He bailed.
I
thought that's
know,
what you
he's dead. He just took 20 hits.
I gotcha. So here you go,
Buckland,
Buck.
that guy took 19 hits in a row or something. Did you count? Because I lost track.
He was at least 6.
I lost count.
How many do you do ever? Do you ever do that back to back, just gunning it?
Well, fuck no.
I love that when I ask you that question, all of a sudden Jen shows up with the.
You have a Texas
it,
Pete
Jen.
whip behind her.
Good to see. Man, I love that. How much do people love that shirt on you, Jen?
My son says, "Do you only fucking wear that shirt, Mom? Really?" And I said, "Well, I do a lot, yeah." I like it.
It's soft.
Nobody has to ask me fucking questions, and I'm just good to go.
Yeah, for some reason, that particular color of the shirts is real soft.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I
don't
I'm glad
know
I
why.
picked it. I normally get black, but
Yeah, I know. I got a couple of those. They're soft. But, okay, you got it? Go ahead, Producer Mike.
I beg your pardon?
You said you had it? You found it?
Texas Pete? I had it up there.
Oh, the slapping mama.
that's smack your mama.
Oh no, I don't have that yet. I'm sorry. I'm
gonna fire.
fucking up. I know.
Mike, figure the shit out. Stop being a fuckstick. And you're either gonna have a fucking shitty podcast or stop being a fucking slapdick. I need you to step your game up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just one second.
Yeah.
I got
it.
And Jen, do you know what it is? Have you seen it?
No, that's why I'm standing right here. I love hot sauce, and I've never heard of it.
Okay. Well, this is made real deal. And Buckland, you make a great point because, and let's talk about this after we get this picture off. All this stuff that's made where it's not supposed to be made and all that. And I want to ask you about this beverages we're drinking today because I heard something about that. I'm winded from all of what happened earlier with Wheelchair Rick. There it is. That's it. Now, that's one of them. Of course, they have many flavors now. They've got the green and the super hot and all that. But, yeah, it's called Slap Your Mama. Slap your mama. Because the guy would just make it at home, and everybody, that's how they would talk about it. So hot, make you want to slap your mama. And they made that shake sauce first, I think. And then they came out with all kinds of stuff. There's some green, yeah. That's some good stuff right there, and they're not giving us nothing. I just love this. This is made in my home state. So get you some of that. And you can order it online, too, if they don't serve it at your grocery store. Buckland, what do you think is the big deal? Why do people care so much if it's made this or that?
It's the damn world we live in now. Hell, you can't even buy nothing without somebody wanting to say it's racist or say it's fucking yakety yak shit. It's just something all the fucking time. I'm about fed up with it, but
me too.
I've eaten this stuff since I was 16 years old. Fuck goddamn Texas State.
Yeah, I love Crystal's good. You know what I like to do now? Maybe Jen, you can weigh in on this because I never know, and sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. When I'm making wings, like chicken wings, little drumettes.
Yep.
I'll take that Crystal and a little bit of butter, throw that in the microwave, and then whip that up, and then just toss the wings in a little bit of butter and Crystal. Is that good?
That's how it's supposed to be done, but they've turned it into you just get a jar of stuff. It's got all kinds of chemicals in it.
Yeah. Preservatives.
Yeah, that's the original way to make wings.
But how much butter? That's what I was saying. Sometimes I mess it up. How much butter do you do? What's the perfect buffalo wing Crystal butter sauce mix? Go.
We've done all kinds of. We put them in a smoker. I don't know. I've just never really. You just throw it in there until it tastes good. Just keep tasting it and keep trying. I don't know.
So you go like a half a stick.
I am going to have Jeremy get me some of that hot sauce, though.
I'll go like a half a stick and then just keep adding it. Take that little stopper off the top. Really get it in there.
That stopper ain't worth nothing. That's like pulling it off the top of one of them liquor jugs. You don't need that. Sling it up the window.
Yeah, I'm not doing shots. I'm doing doubles, triples. That's a new song, doubles and triples.
All right.
So you want to talk about the
the
R word we ain't supposed to be talking about?
Yeah, because you're in the inside. What do you got? Are we close?
Yeah, what briefing can you get us?
Can you give us any of the inside briefings?
I can give you a little bit.
Good.
Don't worry about no war. Don't worry about Russia.
Yeah, but we're kind of like pissing them off on a regular basis. What's to say that lunatic doesn't just wake up one day and go, you know what? I about had enough of these fucking Americans sending over shit to these dickholes down the south of. I'm just going to fuck everybody up.
All I can say is let's go, Brandon, and get his ass out of the fucking White House.
Right.
We won't have to worry about it.
That's another reason why I'm slightly nervous, because there's a dead man in the White House who's not prepared for any of this.
It's fixing to come to a head, but don't worry about it. I think it's going to be fine because...
Well, I heard this, too. Now, you're on the inside once again. Here on Jessup Show podcast, we have a lot of high-level insiders. Buckland, right up there at the tippy.
Colonel Josh.
Colonel. Now, do you know what our nuclear warhead count is versus theirs? Because I heard we had less.
Oh, we do now.
What?
Well, that
Yeah,
sucks.
we do now.
When it probably should make a couple more.
Well, we ain't going to with Brandon in the White House.
They don't want to screw up his land. They ain't gonna send no nukes over here. It's just gonna be chemical warfare. And then they gonna come clean us up and then take over.
Yeah, but I think that old dude that's running the R word is about to die. So maybe he just says, "I don't give a shit about that land, man. I'm gonna take. I mean, I think he's like dying or something, isn't he? I mean, Buckland, do you know
he
if
needs to be.
Not him. Yeah, not that old man.
is
Old man, right?
is
that
the
you talking about?
Putin Rutin a dead man? Is he dying?
Yeah. He doesn't look like he is.
Nah.
But I heard he had some
should-
disease or something.
I'm sure that Brandon sent that around.
Yeah, that's fake news. I should probably say this because everybody called me a commie or something, but I'm all for Putin, man. I think he's a really good dude, just like Trump was, and you know, I think
Oh my God,
Putin is.
Josh is writing down like a motherfucker right
I
now.
told him no, but he wouldn't listen.
Wait a
I
minute.
think a good man take it up for his
Producer
own
Mike,
country, okay?
I watched that show, The Americans.
I watched it too. That was some nutsy stuff, wasn't it?
Is that what's happening right now? Did we just find out
We
our
never
high-level
watched
CIA agent is inside the R word?
I don't know, man. He is a big fan. He buys all your stuff, so we'll keep him around.
Okay, I feel better.
Thank you.
Are you, do you speak to the Putan on a regular basis?
No, I don't. But like I say, it's everybody. The media is making him the bad man. He's really not the bad man.
You know what I do
I'm not
like?
a communist or anything.
I mean, if we can just talk about positives, you know, we can just.
Well, it is. It's positive because
Here's what I like, and I think we can all agree on this. I like a leader of your country who can ride a horse without a saddle and leap off midair with a knife and slit somebody's throat. I like that. And I feel like the Putin can do that, and our president can barely walk. I mean, I want a president who's lethal.
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. That's exactly what I'm getting to.
I want to elect The Rock.
Me too.
Because then we have
another bad selection in the Buckland house.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's think of all the mans who are lethal.
Danny Glover.
Okay, yes. What about Danny Glover?
What about Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, isn't there another military dude that was thinking about running seriously? Producer Mike?
Sergeant Slaughter, if we're talking about wrestlers, maybe him.
No,
Yeah.
like one of them movie actors.
Oh, wasn't it like McConaughey throwing it around?
No, not him. I mean, like another really yoked up big dude.
Oh. Well, there's this dude running for Senate in Pennsylvania. He's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
His head is massive.
What about
Is that what you're talking
Buckland,
about?
all of your special forces fellow members? What about one of those lethal dudes? One of those guys that can kill a dude at 1,000 yards.
Well, I can't talk much about that.
I want one of those to be in charge. I would feel less worried about the other side of the world if we had a badass running this place.
We already had a badass running this place, but
I mean, he's pretty good, but he's still old. I'm talking about somebody who's young and can actually do the ass whipping himself.
Like a young buck.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. No pun intended.
Who can we
Run
do?
for president, Jeremy.
I like the Steve Stone Cold idea. That's probably the best one right there. Elect Stone Cold. He'll rip your throat out. Don't cross President Stone Cold. How would he go by, do you think? What would you call him?
Stunning Steve.
Stunning Steve? Oh, man. We can dream, Buckland. Good to see you, man. Love hanging out with Buckland and Jen on a Friday live with the world. Yeah, Russia, you can see this. We're having fun. Don't nuke us.
Josh is going to do it for you.
Oh, let's get an official wrap up. This is something we do weekly. If you're a regular, you know this is Josh's Take and Bake, and he listens in and thinks and has thoughts and observations about what's happened so far, and we like to hear it played back. Josh is Take and Bake. Give it up.
Slancha to all my Scott Irish friends. First off, we're not going to war with Russia.
Oh,
we're not.
Good. No,
Good
I
idea.
got worked up. I had bad dreams.
No,
'Cause I
we're
was
not.
like,
doing-
I don't have enough guns.
Putin's 70 years old. Yeah, he's already, I think, realized that he can't do it, and he's made a big mistake. Which, if he were to, like, what I watch News Nation.
What if he's embarrassed?
Yeah, I watch News Nation, and that's as central as you can get. And then I'm not stupid, and I honestly think that he's embarrassed, and I don't think this is going to go on.
But what if he's embarrassed to the
longer.
point where he's like, I'm going to go hit some buttons?
Well, then you can say goodbye to New York. You
Why?
can say goodbye to
But, Josh,
Chicago.
why don't
Yes.
we negotiate and we can Buckland has a direct line, so we can negotiate. Maybe he could just take Portland first.
I was writing down notes while
Let's write down a couple of the top cities that would be happy to go. That's fine. Let's even trade. We've upset
Apologies to our friends in Portland.
you.
Yeah, Portland can. Yeah.
Why don't? Okay, so we're all agreeing that Portland's good.
Yeah.
Do you want to add one?
I want to add that ISIS.
Okay.
Fuck them. And ISIS.
ISIS.
He's purposely mispronouncing it to disrespect them. Way to go, Kurt.
I
got high.
Okay. All right. I will buy one of your tumblers, the tumbler that you have there, if in your yard sale. I've been wanting ever since 2014, whenever the show first started. I've been a huge follower, and I also have a personal letter from you from a couple years ago. From I was one of only 22 people just to support the early Patreon. And you signed it individually. I got that. So if you can get
You're gonna sell that at the yard sale?
No.
Oh.
If you can fucker. If I buy a tumbler, will you please find me a camouflage flex fit hat? A flex fit. I don't like the trucker hats, but a flex fit. Can you get me that if I buy one of your new tumblers? A flex fit camo
Colonel,
hat with
I would
anything,
be
sir?
honored to send the Colonel a flex fit hat of custom design. Like producer Mike, I mean, you're an integral part of what we're doing here live on Fridays, talking about titties.
And women.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, if I can expect that, I'll tell you what.
Oh, you know what? Don't you worry about ordering a thing. I will send you a gift pack in the mail, Colonel. Any other comments on today's topics?
That's riveting, man.
I'm
Thanks.
waiting. I'm about to watch the debate tonight with Herschel Walker and the other guy that
you don't like your time.
Was it the Reverend?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reverend.
And then Dr. Oz with the dude
Whitlock or something. Yeah.
And then Dr. Oz with the dude who had a stroke. And I mean, honestly, like you can't make fun of I have epilepsy, so if you make fun of me with epilepsy, I'm gonna slit your fucking throat. Like you're done.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Suck dicks and cut hell. But I mean, that's gonna be interesting of a debate.
I got one of those. I mean, that's a
Steve, I'm high as fucking. I'm higher than Jupiter's twat right now. Okay.
Don't make me come.
Good to hear from you, Josh.
Steve, that is the Colonel steak and bacon. The package, man.
Baked.
Thank you so
not
very
too much
man.
take. But I like that. I like a light take, a heavy bake.
Well, I bought some edibles from my dispensary earlier this week, and I ate
such a good story.
One of the Rice Krispies treats.
Oh,
here about
yeah.
1 or 2, 13, 1400, and I'm just kind of
right. Josh. Give it up!
Sir.
And our buddy Keith, look at that! Wait a minute. I know we can't talk to him because we're almost out of time, but look at that. It's good to see his face. Cross face.
Keith, sir, we see you, brother.
I'm so glad that he lived.
Had a good time.
Come back. We want to see that again. That was amazing. Who do we have? Oh, look at this. Everybody's turning.
Oh, my
into
goodness.
bubbles.
Oh, my gosh. Producer
Amazing.
Mike, you have outdone yourself. I feel like I'm cool now.
Holy shit.
Did this.
Hey, I'll say this.
Uh-huh.
Like I said last week, for the shitty,
I feel like a ghost.
Shitty piss poor comic.
Yeah.
He is seriously, he's good, man, and he gets shit for a lot, but he's doing awesome shit that none of us could do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Producer Mike.
That's it.
I love you, Buckland. Good to see you. Talk to the people on the inside, see if we can get some more nukes made. We'll get an official count next time we're together, see if we have a couple more on the shelf. I would appreciate it, actually, Buckland, since you are on the inside, if you'd go down there and put 1, 2, 3, and just
take a count.
Take a counter if you have to, a little clicker, and let's get back
yep.
to us. We'd like to know how many of those, because some of them might not be ready. They've been down there for a minute. We really need to get a fresh count. Can we get a fresh count on how many we have? Don't count ones that need repair.
I think there was like 7,000 something last I
Josh,
checked.
you're too
Brooklyn, I got a question.
You
That I
are
heard.
too high to count nukes.
Can you refurbish a nuclear warhead? Can you refurbish one?
I
that's
have
been
one
sitting
in
there
my
for a while?
shop that I'm working on right now.
All right, all right. Hey, at least we got that shit.
Yeah, don't.
Steve, if
I
you
don't
want-
have
Steve,
I
if
don't
you
have
really
any
want-
official count now. Since old cripple man took over up there, I don't have an official count anymore.
Are you
He's
talking
probably
about bow
sold 'em all.
legs?
He's probably sold them all to some other country like China, and so
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I
have an
mean-
official count anymore.
I heard he unloaded a couple of the broken ones to South America, and they don't even work.
Well, they'll figure it out down there.
all they gotta
they
do
can-
is rub their.
They're too busy
all-
looking at tins on the beach all day with their rock hard stiffies. Can't think. They just threw those nukes in a pole barn, and we're like, just we got these on discount from the old crippled guy.
all they gotta do with those warheads is have their women rub their vagina on the tips and then put some bottle rockets under it, send it over, and even if the thing is a goddamn dud, it'll give AIDS and herpes
Gosh,
to all of them, and then they'll
this
die.
is why. Can I just?
What do you think, Jen?
I mean,
Oh man, she's
Can
disapproving
we just-
as
can
a
we just-
I don't see that
motherfucker
playing
right
out
now.
just like he thinks it's going to. No.
I could see her like, don't, just stop, don't. Oh God, oh man, why? Stop, no.
I would rub pussy juice all over warheads, and Putin's not a bad guy, though.
Oh, dude, Steve, you ain't never getting that fucking money back. You might as well kiss that shit goodbye, buddy. Dude.
Okay, I'll pose a serious question for the entire group. Do we believe that Putin has the balls to press the button to send nukes our way?
Yes,
I think it's more. There's more. It's a bigger picture. We don't see everything that people want you
He
to see a
does,
certain small
but he
picture.
ain't
That's what I
going
believe.
to.
Never
I think
underestimate a
he is.
man who's waited in a bread line.
All right, Steve, I'll just take it upon myself. Thanks,
There you go,
everybody. We really appreciate a great program.
I'm
You
sorry,
guys have
producer
done
Mike,
a
I'm sorry. I'm
fantastic
sorry.
job. Nope, not you, Josh, not you. It was a team effort, and we just want to thank everybody for doing it.
love it.
We absolutely love it doing it.
What happened? I was getting waved at. The sober D's were telling me there might be an audio problem. It's a pretty good chat. They're saying that they might not have heard some of the guests over the airwaves.
You might just have to do a switch on your side, dude, to bring you off of yourself, because I messed with that immersive crap, so now I'm disappeared from your screen.
Oh my gosh, we are live, and that is how it goes.
Yeah, I guess
Sober
so. Huh?
dicks. What? Oh, they just all flipped me off. I guess they're saying this one's a waste.
Oh, I got it. There we go. I figured it out. Hey, listen, man. Great job. This was a great show.
It was wonderful. I don't know what
Wonderful
they're worried
show.
about. I think they're panicking for no reason. And
The
then they
only-
always ruin
yeah.
a good time because we were having a great conversation. But then I was going to say before they started waving at me, this is why we have Josh's Take and Bake. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. And then the rails fell off, and then these guys started freaking out.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to bring up Josh real quick. He does a fantastic job wrapping everything up. And I was really glad to hear that you're going to send him some stuff because
I am. They already wrote it down.
Yeah, especially because he was nice to say that, you signed all that stuff for him, but you didn't sign any of that stuff. I did. So,
What?
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
not
so
true.
send him some free stuff because all those autographs
tell
I
him
actually
that.
did.
That's not true.
I did. Remember you
Hey,
sent me a
John,
stack
Colonel,
of
don't believe that.
14
He's not
stock.
even where I'm at. He's in a whole
Dear
nother
Josh,
place. I'm gonna
thanks for
fire him.
being a Patreon.
Mike, figure the shit out. Stop being a fuckstick.
All right. We're going to wrap this thing up so the sober D's can see if anybody even heard it. I podcast regardless. Sometimes things are in a time capsule. But it definitely will, if you didn't see it here or hear it here, right? The podcast. Yeah, I know. It'll be on the podcast Tuesdays, 4:20 a.m. The audio drops into the podcast world. So wherever you listen to podcasts, you can hear our shows from Fridays. Sometimes you can't be here with us live or don't enjoy watching as much as listening. So download the podcast, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And you can hear these shows Tuesdays no matter what happens in here, you sober dicks. All right. Producer Mike, good to see you.
You too, bud.
We will see that guy again live next Friday, 4:20, when you join us right here on my YouTube channel exclusively. Be here. Taking it out with Trace there.
Whiskey,